Good evening, students. Next hormone we can see the ethylene hormone. Ethylene is a gaseous plant hormone. It is one more question. Ethylene hormone is only the gaseous plant hormone. It is a growth inhibitor hormone. It can stop the plant growth. So it is called as growth inhibitor hormone. It is mainly concerned with the maturation of ripening of fruits. Fruits are ripening by ethylene hormone. Fruits are ripening by ethylene hormone. The maximum synthesis of ethylene hormone occurs during ripening of fruits like apples, bananas, and melons. So, ethylene hormone function of ethylene hormone is to ripening the fruits. It is a gaseous plant hormone. It is a growth inhibitor hormone. Next, physiological effect of ethylene hormone. Ethylene promotes the ripening of fruits. Example: tomato, apple, mango, banana, etc. Ethylene promotes the ripening of fruits. Fruits are ripened by ethylene hormone. Next, ethylene inhibits the elongation of stems and root in dicot plants. It also stops the elongation of stems and roots. Ethylene gas and sections of leaves and flowers. Flowers and leaves are age is stopped by ethylene hormone. Ethylene stimulates the formation of abscission in leaves, flowers, fruits. This leads to the premature shedding. Ethylene also stimulates the secessions of leaves and formation of abscisic zone in trees. That means the age of leaves is called as abscission zone. The ethylene breaks the dormancy of buds, seeds, and storage organs. It also breaks the dormancy of buds. Next, we can see the human endocrine gland. Endocrine gland animals possess the versatile communication system to coordinate the biological functions. These endocrine systems should be used for communication of one endocrine gland to another endocrine glands. Exocrine glands and endocrine glands, two kinds of glands found in animals' body. Animals have two types of glands. One is called as endocrine glands, another one is called as exocrine glands. The endocrine glands found in the different regions of the body of animals as well as human beings. They are called ductless gland. The endocrine gland is otherwise called as ductless gland. The endocrine glands otherwise called as ductless glands. The endocrine secretion is called as hormones. The endocrine secretion is called as hormones. Hormone is produced by minute quantities. They are small amount it can produce. The secretion diffuse into the bloodstream and they are carried to the different parts of the body. They act as a specific organs which is referred to as the target organs. The endocrine gland is otherwise called as ductless gland. The endocrine secretes a liquid that is called as hormones. Hormones are produced in minute quantities. The secretion is produced in one place and travel into blood to another endocrine gland. It acts as a only with the target organs only. Next, what are the endocrine glands present in our body? Endocrine glands, specific duct. Exocrine glands. First, we can see the exocrine glands. It has specific duct to carry the secretions. Example: salivary glands, mammary glands, sweat glands. These are the exocrine glands. Examples of exocrine gland is salivary glands, mammary glands, sweat glands. First, there are different types of exocrine glands present in our body. Next, we can see the endocrine glands. Endocrine glands present. First one is called as pituitary gland. Pituitary is the major endocrine gland. Thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas gland, that is islets of Langerhans. Adrenal gland, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla, gonads, thymus gland. These are the endocrine glands present in our body. Pituitary gland, thyroid gland, parathyroid gland, pancreas gland, that is islets of Langerhans, adrenal gland, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla, gonads, testes and ovary, thymus gland. These are the endocrine glands present in our body. First, we can see the pituitary gland. That is the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is otherwise called as hypophysis. Pituitary gland is otherwise called as hypophysis. Hypophysis means to head. The head of the endocrine gland is pituitary gland. It is P-shaped, that is the P-shaped organs, that is P-shaped. Compact mass located in the base of midbrain attached to the hypothalamus, that is present in our midbrain, lower the midbrain, attached with the hypothalamus, that is pituitary stalk. The primary gonads anatomically composed is two different participants. First one is called as anterior part, another one is called as posterior part. The anterior part of the pituitary gland is adenohypophysis. Adenohypophysis. The posterior part of the pituitary gland is called as neurohypophysis. Okay, pituitary gland is otherwise called as hypophysis. It is P-shaped organ. It is located midbrain, attached to the hypothalamus by pituitary stalk. Pituitary gland has two types. First one is anterior part, another one is posterior part. Anterior part is called as adenohypophysis. Posterior part is called as neurohypophysis. Pituitary gland is anatomically composed of two lobes in different functions. They are anterior lobe is called as adenohypophysis and the posterior lobe is called as neurohypophysis. The internode is non-existent in human beings, but animals it can exist. Pituitary gland forms the major endocrine gland in most all vertebrates. In all vertebrates, pituitary gland is the most endocrine glands. It regulates the control of other endocrine glands, that is called as master gland. So it is called as master gland. So pituitary gland can control the other endocrine glands. So it is called as master gland. Next, pituitary glands hormones secreted by 5 hormones, that is called as the hormone secreted by anterior lobe. Pituitary is divided into two lobes. First one is anterior lobe, the another one is posterior lobe. The anterior lobe secretes 6 trophic hormones. The anterior lobe is otherwise called as adenohypophysis of pituitary. Anterior lobe is otherwise called as adenohypophysis. The anterior pituitary is composed of different type of cells and secrete hormones which stimulate the production of hormones and other endocrine glands. The anterior hormones is growth hormone. First one is called as growth hormone. Another one is thyroid stimulating hormone. These hormones stimulate thyroid gland. So it is called as thyroid stimulating hormone. Third one is adrenocorticotrophic hormone. That is called as adrenocorticotrophic hormone. Fourth one is gonadotrophic hormone, which compares to the follicle stimulation hormone and luteinizing hormone. Gonadotrophic hormone which compares follicle stimulation hormone and luteinizing hormone. Sixth one is prolactin hormone. These are the 5 hormones secreted by anterior part of the pituitary gland. The anterior part of the pituitary gland secretes 5 hormones. First one is growth hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotrophic hormone, gonadotrophic hormone, follicle stimulation hormone, luteinizing hormone. Last one is prolactin hormone. First one is growth hormone. Growth hormone induces the growth of animals. Growth hormone promotes the development and enlargement of all tissue of the body. Growth hormone promotes the development of enlargement of all tissues of the body. It stimulates the growth of muscles and cartilage and bones. It can stimulate the growth of muscles, cartilage, bones and long bones. It controls the cell metabolism. The improper secretion of these hormones leads to following condition. First one is called as dwarfism. Dwarfism means the growth hormone secretion is lower. That is called as dwarfism. It is caused by decreased secretion of growth hormone leads to the children. In children, decreased secretion of growth hormone leads to the dwarfism. The characteristic feature of stunned growth, it is arrest growth and delayed skeletal formation and mental disability. That is the symptoms of dwarfism. Dwarfism disease caused by decreased secretion of growth hormone in children. That is called as dwarfism. Next one is gigantism. Gigantism is over secretion of growth hormone leads to the gigantism in children. In children, over secretion of growth hormone leads to the gigantism. It is a characteristic feature of overgrowth of all body tissues and organs. Individuals attain abnormal increased height. It is called as cretinism, gigantism. Third one is acromegaly. The excess secretion of growth hormone in adults. The excess secretion of growth hormone in adults is called as acromegaly. It leads to the abnormal enlargement of head, face, and hands and feet. The abnormal secretion of growth hormone result to the first one is dwarfism. In children, the growth hormone secretion is decreased. It leads to the disease dwarfism. Characteristic feature of dwarfism is arrested growth, stunned growth, delayed skeletal formation, and mental disability. Next one is gigantism. The over secretion of growth hormone leads to the gigantism in children. In children, over secretion of growth hormone leads to the gigantism. The characteristic feature is overgrowth of all body tissues, organs. Individuals attains the abnormal increase and height is gigantism. Next one is acromegaly. Excess secretion of growth hormone in adults is called as acromegaly. It leads to the abnormal enlargement of head, face, and legs and feet, hands. Next hormone is thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone. That is TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone controls the growth of thyroid gland and coordinates the activities of hormone secretion. Next, adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone. ACTH hormone. ACTH hormone stimulates the adrenal cortex of the adrenal gland in the production of hormones. It also influences the protein synthesis of adrenal cortex. Adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the adrenal cortex part of the adrenal gland. It is also influences the protein synthesis of adrenal cortex. Next one is gonadotrophic hormone. Gonadotrophic hormone. Gonadotrophic hormone. Gonadotrophic hormone. The gonadotrophic hormone or the follicle stimulation hormone and luteinizing hormone is combined to call gonadotrophic hormone. The follicle stimulation hormone and luteinizing hormone is combined to form gonadotrophic hormone. First we can see the follicle stimulation hormone. In male, it stimulates the germinal epithelium of testis, formation of sperms. In males, it stimulates the germinal epithelium cells of the testis to formation of sperms. In female, it initiates the growth of ovarian follicles in development of ovary. In males, follicle stimulation hormone secretes the formation of sperms. In females, follicle stimulation hormone to develop ovary. Next one is luteinizing hormone. In male, it promotes the Leydig cells to secrete the male sex hormone that is called as testosterone hormone. It is one more question. Male sex hormone is called as testosterone hormone. In females, it causes the ovulation. Ovulation means rupture of the mature graphene follicle is called as ovulation. It is responsible for the development of corpus luteum and production of female sex hormone that is called as estrogen and progesterone. Male sex hormone is called as testosterone. Female sex hormone is called as estrogen and progesterone. These two hormones is secreted by our luteinizing hormone. Last one is called as prolactin hormone. It is otherwise called as lactogenic hormone. It's the prolactin hormone also initiates the development of mammary glands in pregnancy in production of milk after the childbirth. That is called as prolactin hormone. Once more reply. Thyroid stimulating hormone. Thyroid stimulating hormone act on thyroid glands. It can stimulate the thyroid gland. Next, adrenocorticotropic hormone. This adrenocorticotropic hormone stimulates the adrenal gland of the adrenal cortex regions. It also influences the protein synthesis of adrenal cortex. Next one is gonadotrophic hormone. Gonadotrophic hormone is two types. First one is called as follicle stimulation hormone. Another one is called as luteinizing hormone. First one is follicle stimulation hormone. It stimulates the male germinal epithelium's testis for sperms. In females, it initiates the growth and development of ovary. Next one is luteinizing hormone. In males, it promotes the Leydig cells and secretes the male sex hormone that is called as testosterone. Females, it causes ovulation. Ovulation means rupture of Graafian follicle to release of egg is called as ovulation. It is responsible for the corpus luteum and the production of female sex hormone is called as estrogen and progesterone. Next one is prolactin. Prolactin otherwise called as lactogenic hormone. This hormone initiates the development of mammary gland. These hormone also initiate the pregnancy to stimulate the production of milk after the childbirth. These are the anterior pituitary lobes secreted hormone. Next one is hormone secreted by posterior lobe of the pituitary, that is called as neurohypophysis. The posterior lobe of the pituitary gland is called as neurohypophysis. In this posterior lobe, it can secrete two types of hormone that is called as vasopressin and oxytocin. Vasopressin and oxytocin. Vasopressin is otherwise called as antidiuretic hormone. Antidiuretic hormone. First, vasopressin. It is otherwise called as antidiuretic hormone. In kidney tubules, it increases the reabsorption of water. Vasopressin increases the reabsorption of water in kidney. It reduces the loss of water through the urine. Hence, name is called as antidiuretic hormone. The vasopressin hormone increases the absorption of water molecules in kidney. So, loss of water through the urine is controlled by vasopressin. So, it is called as antidiuretic hormone. Deficiency of antidiuretic hormone, it reduces the reabsorption of water and causes increase the urine output, that is called as polyuria. Increase the urine output is called as polyuria. This disease is called as diabetes insipidus. This disease is called as diabetes insipidus. Next one is oxytocin. Oxytocin, it helps the contraction of smooth muscles of uterus at the time of childbirth only, and the milk ejection from the mammary gland after the childbirth regulated by oxytocin hormone. Once more reply. The neurohypophysis is the posterior lobe of pituitary gland. It secretes two types of hormone. The first one is vasopressin, another one is called as oxytocin. Vasopressin otherwise called as antidiuretic hormone. First, vasopressin. In kidney lobules, the vasopressin increases the reabsorption of water molecules. So it reduces the loss of water through the urine. Hence the name is called as antidiuretic hormone. Deficiency of antidiuretic hormone, it really leads to the causes reabsorption of water is reduced, so increase the urine output, that is called as polyuria. This type of disease is called as diabetes insipidus. Diabetes insipidus. Next one is oxytocin. Oxytocin helps the contraction of smooth muscles of uterus at the time of childbirth only. At the time of childbirth, the contraction of uterine muscles is smoothly by oxytocin, and also milk ejection from the mammary gland after the childbirth is regulated by oxytocin. The function of oxytocin is it helps the contraction of smooth muscles of the uterus at the time of childbirth, and also milk ejection from the mammary glands after the childbirth is regulated by oxytocin. Okay, thank you students. Let us meet next topic.